Thousands are in danger near Naples in Italy as the supervolcano Campi Flegrei awakens. This is all over the press right now, but awakens, come on guys. This guy has been up for quite a while and has drank a lot of coffee, and it's been rumbling and rumbling and rumbling. I mean, this thing is up. It's not sleeping, that's for sure. So a new earthquake swarm. I really don't want to say new anymore. You probably have seen my last video about Campi Flegrei, where I was a little bit angry and I said, are they fooling us? You know, they always say it's ending, it's starting, it's ending. Let's have a look at the current earthquake list in a second, then you will know what I mean, because this thing just today has already produced quite a few earthquakes, and we have a continuous rumbling. And what we know for sure, that Campi Flegrei, it's called the burning fields, the Phlegrean fields, has been rumbling outside of Naples for quite a while. And it's rumbling like it hasn't for centuries. That's why this is so dangerous. And that's why study after study is warning that we could face an eruption and that this thing is creeping towards an eruption. So thousands, hundreds of thousands of people live right on it. And do you know how this supervolcano was called in the Greek and Roman mythology? The Campi Flegrei volcano is depicted as the entrance to the underworld. I think this is quite, a description that unfortunately fits this place quite well, as beautiful as it is, but that can really fool you into thinking, oh, everything's growing so great there, the wines, the veggies, but that's because the soil is volcanic lava, because eruptions thousands of years ago have blocked out the sun, have turned summer into winter. Everyone just thinks about Mount Vesuvius, that stratovolcano. This was bad enough, wiping out Pompeii and Herculaneum. Yeah, we know. But this earthquake swarm, this continuous earthquake swarm, let's have a look at the list. These are the ones with magnitude 1 or higher, but we have way more in the smaller ranges. So guys, I want you to look at it. This is October 11th. The latest is a 1.1, 1.6, 1.6, 1.8, 1.2, 1.1. This is all today. Yeah, we don't have something like we had here, the 3.3 on October 5th, but we had for days an earthquake swarm going on. And I said it. I said, is that it? Or will we see a bigger one? And we saw a bigger one, magnitude 3.3. That is large for this volcano. And now this has basically been rumbling. Well, they declared on October 8th that there is a new swarm. And that is basically, if you look at that list, continuously going right now. So this is alarming because nonstop, this thing is doing what it's doing right now. So we could really head towards something stronger, and nothing is being done. There's still no conclusion in how to evacuate, if they should evacuate, and nothing is happening, basically. People are scared. Some people are angry that these earthquake swarms are even announced because they're worried about tourism. They said people are staying away. Yeah, of course. I mean, either these people need help, because now that if some people stay away or they leave when they hear there's an earthquake swarm, they're losing money, which is a down spiral because people are quite poor there already. So help the people, do something. That's what I think is what they need. They need a solution, because right now, should something happen, there'll be complete chaos. Evacuation with more than 6 million people in this area, impossible. And they're always talking about just the red zone, that they should evacuate. Oh gosh, if I'm sitting in Naples and I'm a few kilometers, or just a few 100 meters outside of the red zone, oh my God, I would be panicked and I would try to leave, because that supervolcano doesn't know this is the red zone, this is where they have evacuated, so do not explode over into the yellow zone. That's crazy. Everyone will try to get out. It's going to be a complete chaos. Like I always like to say, shizzy's going to hit the fizzy. And that's not all. We have seen that the roads are starting to boil, and it used to start with one hole, like a sinkhole. They said that's just a manhole, don't worry about it. They paved over it, it came back, fumaroles and steam was coming out all over the place because they built this road right through the volcano. It's right where we have the fumaroles, where this Solfatara crater is, right? And then it came back, they paved over it, and they tried to like, yeah, no biggie, don't really worry. But now it's basically the whole road looks like a teenager with pimples. That's really how it looks. Boop, 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 boop. For quite a long area, the whole road is melting. And this is the end of summer, so don't tell me this is, oh, it's so hot outside. That's what the asphalt is doing. Nope, because it's only doing it in one spot where the volcano is basically saying, well, I'm coming, right? I said it before. The volcano is giving warnings. It's giving quite a few warnings, plus all the studies that are giving us warnings. I mean, how much longer do we want to wait? This is quite an intense period right now. Comparable, not totally comparable because the magnitudes are not that high yet, like what we've seen in February. So many earthquakes and over such a long period of time. And this, I don't see a break in this kind of earthquake swarm. No matter how they want to word it, that we have a few hours break and they can announce it has ended and it restarts, that doesn't help anybody, right? If I can just take a breather, sit on my couch and maybe watch one episode of my favorite show until everything starts to shake again and I have to run out on the street and be worried that my home is breaking apart. So that's not a good situation because the threats are coming from multiple sides. These buildings can collapse. Should we see a magnitude 5, that's enough to how experts are saying. And thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people, because all over the place, these buildings are not retrofitted to this earthquake threat. And then, you know, interestingly enough, this is what happened to Pompeii before Vesuvius gave that monstrosity of a blast. And now they have found out that a lot of Pompeians, they were ended not by the volcanic eruption, by the earthquake that happened prior to the eruption. They have found remains that were leaning on the walls of collapsed buildings, and it's clear they were like that before the volcano even exploded. So you're getting it from all sides, and should the volcano erupt in the water, which is also possible, not the highest likely scenario right now, then it mixes with water, then they're getting a tsunami as well. And then tell me, if you look at these highway bridges, and there's tons of them, that's their main artery for evacuation. How is that going to turn out? Earthquake first, and then eruption. Great deal. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking what these people must be going through in the back of their heads. So this was an update. This is ongoing, guys. As always, I will keep you updated about this. And if you want to learn what's really going on underneath Campi Flegrei, check out my playlist, Campi Flegrei playlist on my channel start page. There's all the studies. I have reported about all these studies, explaining it to you so that you understand where the magma is, how shallow the magma is already. And they have a straw, a crack, a 1 kilometer long crack that's a little bit over half a mile. That is like a straw into that magma chamber that could give way to the surface. And we've also learned that only a little bit of more pressure is needed for that stuff to come up. So this is all very alarming, very critical, but it kind of like, yeah, the study comes out and everyone's like, oh, and then it's like, okay, back to normal. This is only Brady seism, don't really worry. So I really, from my heart, I truly hope that this earthquake swarm will die down and not result in a higher quake. We will have to see. In the meantime, check out the videos in the end screen Really, really great stuff, especially what's going on with the underwater volcano off the coast of Oregon. So that's the one video that I put here. But also a threat in California that will blow your mind. In California, the whole West Coast, California, Oregon, Washington, British Columbia, Canada, and I'm not talking about the Cascadia Fault. I'm talking about a combined multi-mega disaster that nobody had on the radar and that scientists discovered by mistake because they were looking for something else. So best subscribe to my channel and then binge watch everything. Hype this video, that really helps my channel. Like it, share it, comment. And if you want to fill me up with coffee to keep me going, if you want to hear more of my blah blah, then buy me a coffee. Link is in the description of this video, guys. Shout out to my members. Thank you for your supers. Click here. Then we continue in a second. Bye.